Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to unpack and prepare for the Nova Trials event that's coming back tomorrow for the third time this event's going to be run. So this is the opportunity you want to take advantage of if you're looking to unlock Nova Shards or looking forward to unlocking him, as he's one of the most powerful characters and legendaries in the game. But as well, he has a very powerful war-heavy team, being the Nowhere, that's also utilized in the unlock here of Black Cat. Hopefully that's going to be another event that's going to be coming up shortly here. But having said that, guys, we're going to be deep diving today, what the character traits are you're going to be needing for each section, depending on the difficulty, and as well the teams and synergies that I used. This is not meant to go through all the packs and details, but having said that, I did make a video before on how I did my last run, where I was able to max out on all of the milestone points with a really efficient Masters of Evil team. So I'll link that below for your guys' reference so you can see which packs to activate. But in today's video, we're going to be unpacking how to unlock him overall and those teams that we can best utilize. So let's get right to it. Before we get started, you can actually hit preview here and get a sense of already the milestones that you can go forward into unlocking, right? And there's a pretty generous amount of shards. I'm glad they kind of reworked this in terms of when you compare it back to the Horseman Scourges. But if you scroll all the way to the very bottom, ideally where you want to be aiming for is this 1.35 million points mark at milestone 43 after the 25 shards, and as well as this juicy materials for gear tier 18. There's about 180 shards here of Nova, and that's a very, very generous amount already. If you guys haven't got them unlocked, it's going to guarantee it. But as well, you can actually go to ranking, and you're going to be getting more shards on top of that after the conclusion of the event. So there's just definitely an abundance of shards to go around, which is nice. Even if you ranked at the very bottom here, you're still getting a meaningful 30 shards that's going to be added to your account. And I believe, yeah, on the bottom left there, you need to hit at least 400,000 points to earn these rank rewards, and you can't actually do that without going beyond difficulty 5. So I believe you can actually reach it at 3 and 4 as well. Now, let's talk about the difficulty breakdowns in terms of the traits. So here you guys see with difficulty 4, the first node is actually just requiring any trait. Then we have Villains, which replaces the Masters of Evil, because that's how they allow for more free-to-play friendly folks that don't have the Masters of Evil team, or those that haven't been playing the game longer. Then it's followed by City, Bio characters, and then a Cosmic team. With difficulty 5, this is generally where the shift kind of happens in terms of needing that required trait team, and that's why it does get more specific, right? As you can see, now they're looking for, the node 1 is still the same with any, but now nodes, I think it's 2, 6, and the last node now requiring Masters of Evil. We have a couple of nodes needing the City Heroes specifically, then Bio Global, and then lastly Cosmic does stay the same, which is nice. So I mean, really the true bottleneck of this run and how deep you can go is the Masters of Evil team, and that's why in my video that I've outlined below, it's extremely important to make sure that you activate the pack that's called Power Cosmic, I believe, which essentially allows for your entire Masters of Evil team to operate as if they were in Cosmic Crucible, so they gain a lot of benefits and buffs, and honestly just a boatload of boosts as if they were playing in Cosmic Crucible settings. So that's why it's important to have that. Not many folks know about that in the first time when they ran it, and they're thinking that they need to juice up their Masters of Evil, and that's not the case actually. So we're going to be now taking a look at each team respectively, and the teams that kind of worked for me in the last run that I did, but as well, I revised it to capture in some of the new character unlocks. So I do like capturing it all here in my arena teams because of the fact that it's easy to reference. So we'll start things off here from the very beginning here, being the any trait. So I really like this team to start things off as the any trait, because you have a reviver like Val, you have the Eternals like Cersei and Icarus doing work, and Spider Weaver and Deathpool are just being able to contribute and assist in any way, shape, or form. It's generally one of the most easiest nodes that you can do, and thankfully difficulty 4 is no different, because you can also have that same opportunity to theory craft and use whichever teams you want. So you're not gonna have issues there. Horseman's a good one too, just because if you have all of them ready to go, it's just gonna be an easy auto win on that first node. Next up, then, we do have Masters of Evil here being Node 2. And this is what I mean. I was able to capitalize and maximize all the milestones at 1.35 million with this level of a team. Kang is the only one that's built up on my team. Everyone else is gear tier 15. And I'll show you guys at the end of my video here in terms of the upgrades. But that's what I mean. An 820k Masters of Evil team can get the job done. And keep in mind too, you don't need to finish the last node as well, which is argued to be the hardest node of the run that we're doing in Nova Trials. So you just need to get through node 6 and nodes 2, and you'll be okay with this level of a Masters of Evil team. So as long as your Kang is built up. Kang was a difference maker for sure, but just something to be mindful of. Next up, then, we get a little bit more interesting here with the City Hero characters, right? So I am going to be trying out this team because it's newer, but I've been slowly working on my Secret Defenders. They're going to get immense value because 3 out of the 5 members are actually City Hero characters, so that's really cool. So hopefully can share that with you guys. But yeah, I think combined with the debuffs from Cloak and Dagger, it's a no-brainer. I think this team can get the job done, and utilizing those newer characters, which is really, really cool. The team I used before was around roughly the same power level, but only difference is I had Miss Marvel kind of soaking up damage, Squirrel Girl providing some support, and I did have Shang-Chi actually utilizing both his offensive, but as well as his capabilities to provide a heal and cleanse for the team. So either way, this team can get the job done, but I am interested in and looking forward to utilizing the Secret Defenders in a different way. Next up, we have these the Bio Global characters, right? And I found I had to mix match some of my Gamma squad members with Rebirth to get the job done, and this is kind of the one that kind of worked really well for me initially. I think because also both my Captain America and Captain Carter I brought into Dark Dimension 6, so they just have a very strong backbone. Captain Carter can bring back Captain America if he falls. So I just love that aspect of being able to provide that support and tank. We also have Red Hulk doing immense damage. Braun providing support. Hulk also so doing Hulk thing, soaking up damage. What I found as well, this team if it can also do variants, right? You can mix it up with different members. In this one, for more crowd controlling aspects, I swapped out Captain Carter for Abomination, so that way, he could provide a stun, he could do more offense down and damage support. So really depends, but I think the answer is going to be definitely a mix of the Rebirth with the Gamma Squad, just because they're so good together, and many folks will likely have them built up already based on their synergy and endgame value in both raids, but as well as the unlock of Apocalypse. This is without a doubt probably the easiest section, which is Cosmic. It's just because we have so many powerful characters. As you can see, this is very similar to my first node attempt here, where we can use any character because there's just so many good Cosmic characters, but these are definitely the best of the best, right? Again, the Eternals doing damage, their synergies together. We have Deathpool here being able to provide support, building up charges over time if you used her earlier. And the only difference was that we slotted in Kang now instead of Spider Weaver, because he's definitely a huge difference maker. And you can also prep him here in this node right before the next node, which is Masters of Evil, so that way you can get his ult ready to go. So that's kind of the logic there. I used them for, I believe node 5 is one of the Cosmic nodes, and you can prep Kang, so that way he can completely blast enemies away in the following node. So I think that's a huge prep for sure, and then it's a difference maker. But there's just a huge arsenal of options that you can utilize for Cosmic that we haven't talked about. If you look to the left, right, like, I mean, characters like Castro, we got Photon, Nova, you already unlocked them previously before. Aspects of Infinity, the Infinity Watch team, we have Nowhere. There's a boatload of options that you can use for Cosmic, and generally it's not going to be hard nodes. So there you guys have it. That's the summary of some of the best teams I used in my last run. I definitely plan on making an update if things go smoother, or I do see some significant changes in these nodes and attempts. But overall, should be really, really good, guys. Now, as promised, I do want to kind of show for you guys how my Masters of Evil team. Again, it's pretty crazy to see how efficient this team actually got the job done. But the difference maker, like I said, is you want to be building up Kang as high as possible. It really does make sense. He's a tech character. He's Cosmic. You're going to need him in Dark Dimension 6. He was actually the answer for me working on the Incursion tech nodes as well, being a huge, huge difference maker. So it really made sense to bring him up as high as possible. If you're doing it now, it's going to be, investment early in your account. He's just going to be rewarding you in all game modes, which is huge. And other than that, like, check this out. The rest of my Masters of Evil team, nothing to brag about, nothing at all. Level 80, gear tier 15. Oh, my mistake. I guess I had it even lower. Titania and Absorbing Man are both just gear tier 14, and this team could get the job done at difficulty 8, 90 packs about, and that's how we were able to maximize the 1.35 million points without even finishing the last node. So I'm planning to do that again, so that way I can actually, you know, take advantage and maximize and get as many shards as I can for the Nova Trials. But yeah, that's just me sharing my insight, guys. Hope this helps you in your preparation. We still have a little bit of time here to prepare, but I definitely plan on making an update depending on how things go. So thank you as always. Good luck in your guys' preparation, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.